first thing I'm going to attach to the actual chassis are these weapon mounting blocks. Same 2x1 material, 1/2 inch hole with a bushing pressed in. And these are just attached with these little nuts and bolts here. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated. I figured being my first combat competition that I'm just going to be easy prey for somebody. They're going to have a lot of fun fighting me, because even though I'm quite proficient with RC and radio controlled stuff, I just have no experience with the combat robotics, so I don't know if my stuff is made strong enough. I don't know what's going to fail or what needs to be beefed up. So the only way to figure all that out is have a best friend who does it, which I don't, or just take your lumps and learn along the way. So that's my route. That's the way I'm going to have to go. One thing I know is an absolute must is thread locker. Every nut and bolt that you put on here, you're going to want a thread lock, because I don't know about other people's robots, but this one's got a lot of vibration in it, and if I don't lock all these bolts down just from moving and bouncing and so forth, something's going to work loose and fail on me. So I say it's an absolute must to put thread locker on all your joints. Anywhere you got a nut and a bolt coming together. Alright, that's the first weapon mount or weapon block. And now what I have is this little 1/2 inch steel bar that's going to go on. And that's actually going to go through this, from this block through the weapon bar into this block. As you can see on here, I got these little plastic tubes, and all that is just a soft light spacer just to keep the weapon bar from sliding back and forth, holding it in the center. So I don't need the weapon working its way to the side and me attacking myself. That wouldn't be any fun, or not for me anyway. That's how the weapon is going to be set up. And there you have it. That's how the weapon is going to attach. Now, what I'll be adding next is this right here is basically just a plate that holds the weapon up off the ground so it can free spin and not lay flat. And I just cut this out of probably a 3/8 aluminum sheet that I had laying around. Alright, with that piece installed, now I can slide the belt back on. You can see how this weapon is going to work. It's actually going to spin upwards. That way, when I hit an opponent, it actually forces this down and forces them up. You don't want it to spin the other way, because if you're hitting on the top of them, it's just going to flip you up and flip you back. And that's how the weapon's going to work. Alright, so next I'm going to be installing the wheels and the motors, which they're going to attach just like this. One here and one here. And that's going to provide my drive. Alright, and that's going to basically complete the rolling chassis. We got the weapon motor in, we have the 2 drive motors in. So now I just need to install the speed controllers for the motors and the speed controller for the weapon, put the receiver in, put the battery in, strap everything in real tight, and then all I'll have to do is put the top armor on and do a couple weapon tests, and we'll make sure that we record all that too. So